Okay, so this is something I used to do a lot in my life, and unfortunately it's one of those things that held me back a hell of a lot. Losing weight, building confidence, starting a YouTube channel and posting that first video. I put all of that back for so long just because of this. And the issue is, I felt like I had to have everything lined up perfectly before I could start any of those big goals of mine. Like, I felt like I had to have everything in a row perfectly all set up before I could even think about doing anything else. I had to have a clean desk, my room had to be cleaned, all my laundry sorted, had to be in the right frame of mind, had to had all my emails organized. Like, it was ridiculous. Oh, my hat's in the wrong place, let me move it to somewhere else in my room. Some dumb shit like that. It was like I couldn't even begin on improving my life without having all the background noise all filtered and all arranged and organized. Now, is that starting to sound familiar to you? So this was about 2 or 3 years ago, and this was back when I had a life coach. I didn't have a life coach for very long because it was quite expensive. But it's something that it was on my bucket list. It's like, okay, I need someone to help me organize and just get my things together. And I was telling him about how I was struggling to find time to start my PT course. And I told him the same things I just told you now. I need to have my room clean. My desk is a mess. Like, how can I start working? And how can I be focused if my desk isn't clean? How can I do any of these things? And he literally said something so simple, so basic, but it was such a powerful shift in my mind. He literally said, Josh, why do you need to have a perfectly clean desk? It's like, just start. It sounds like you're making excuses, to be honest with you. And I was like, oh yeah, actually, fair point. I guess I don't need a perfectly clean desk or perfectly clean room. Like, things don't have to be perfectly set up to start things. You can just do things. You don't have to have everything else behind you all set up perfectly. And so after he said that, I literally just kind of sat there in my chair. I was like, okay. Yeah, I guess I can just start. And then just like that, it was that simple. It was nothing fancy. It was just simply the truth. And it was really strange because him saying that, it hit me quite hard because it exposed what I was actually really doing. I was avoiding and I was procrastinating. Now, of course, please, do not get me wrong. If your room looks like this, well, you're a filthy motherfucker. Go and clean your room, dude. Go and sort that out. But truthfully, for most of us, it's not about hygiene. It's not about anything like that. It's just another way that we start delaying things. We start filling up our times with things that make us feel like we're being productive, but in actual fact, it's just like junk volume. It's stuff that, yeah, okay. It's all right if it's there, but it doesn't really help you towards like the bigger picture. Like organizing your room, doing laundry, exercising multiple times a day. We're actually just avoiding the things that we really need to be doing. And then I suppose that's kind of where it all clicked for me. Like having all my ducks in a row, like having to be organized. My desk needed to be perfectly set up and my room needed to be clean. All that was fear in disguise. It was the fear of failing. It was the fear of looking stupid, the fear of starting something new, the anxiety you get before you start something new and you're a bit anxious and you're nervous, like, oh, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know how this is going to work out. It's the same reason people wait for the right moment to go and talk to that person that they like, that they've had their gym crush, or the person who they see at the library, or that, cliche stuff. Or someone who's, waiting to post their first video. They're waiting until they feel just confident enough, or, no, I need to get all my skills to the perfect level before I can post. Otherwise, it's just going to be a waste of time. Or walk into the gym and start working out, or, around people. Or just to start that business idea they've had in their head for the last 6 months or whatever. We tell ourselves that we're being practical, all that we're just trying to be fully prepared. But really, we're just fucking scared. Like, it's bullshit. And just quickly, I want you guys to comment below one thing that right now that you've been putting off for however long, a month, 2 months, 6 months, a year, whatever. Something that you've been putting off for a long time, and go and start it today. Start it messy, unsure, awkward, half ready. Just go and start it, man. Just take one step towards it, and then the next step, and then the next step. So go and do that now. Go and comment below that one thing that you've been putting off. And now here's the thing. Trying to make sure you feel ready before you start something is literally like standing at the edge of a swimming pool, you've got the book in hand, you're studying the technique, you're like, okay, yes, I need to do this is the breaststroke. Okay, yes, right, yes, okay, backstroke. And you're watching tutorials and you're telling, okay, once I feel completely ready, once I've read this book 7 times and it's all in my head, I know exactly what to do, then I'll go in, then I'll start. But here's the truth. You can read all the guides in the world, you can read that book as many times as you want, you can watch all the bloody videos on learning to swim in the bloody world. You will not learn to swim until you get in the fucking water. It's just the same thing applies to martial arts. You get those people who, they're watching a fight or something like that, and they're watching a fighter in the ring, and they'll make comments like,
"Oh mate, his technique is terrible. How did he miss that? That's so easy." Mate, honestly, if I was in that ring, he would have been knocked out by now, trust.
And these are the same people that have never even stepped in a gym or even been in a fight in their life. And of course, if you start saying something like this, you start swimming for the first time, or you start learning martial arts for the first time, you'll get in the water, you'll flail, you might struggle a little bit, you'll get punched in the face, you'll get knocked down, and you'll be like, oh shit, you'll get humbled. But that is all part of it. There is no one in this world that looks perfectly natural on day one. You don't become a swimmer by watching. You don't become a fighter by watching. You become by doing. Confidence doesn't come before the action. It becomes because of the action. Like, all the theory that you learn is completely useless without the action. And if something is scaring you, something positive, obviously, probably means you should do it. Like, don't get me wrong, if you're stood at the edge of a cliff and you're scared to do it, you definitely shouldn't do that. That's not what I mean. What I mean is something that you're uncomfortable with that will help you grow as a person and become more confident. If there's something like that you're scared to do, go and do it. So the next time you catch yourself, whether you're thinking about starting that business idea, or you're out and about and you're at the gym and you're thinking about approaching your gym crush, or you want to go talk to a girl or something like that, is it really that you're not ready, or are you just scared to start messy? Either way, it really doesn't matter. Start scared, start messy, start awkward, start when you don't even know what the hell you're doing. It doesn't matter, just fucking start. Because the most important step to take when learning anything is the first one. Right guys, I know that was a very short video, but that brings us to the end of the video. If you enjoy this kind of content, do not forget to press that like button, press that subscribe button, and press the bell notification icon button on the top of the screen so you do not miss out on a video that I'll be posting, because, you don't want to do that. That's just a silly idea. Anyway, guys, it's now time to go and put the work in. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.